fellas and fellitas, to the podcast, fourth episode. Joining me today, we have the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Mattis G. Graverson. Say wagwan, man.
Hey, wagwan, my driller, dude. How you doing, man?
I'm alright, man. It's been a long week, eh?
Yeah, it hasn't. But these are exciting times, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, I have, the next week is free for me, and, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna sleep so much.
Why do you have a free week? I have a free week.
I also have a free week.
Yeah, but why do you get a free week? I thought that was my special thing.
But I thought that was my special thing.
Dude, our unis are colluding, dude.
Dude.
Hey, but if
Well,
you...
no, is it a Dutch holiday next week?
No. I think it's just in Holland.
Oh, fair
But
enough.
yeah, but, you're going to be relaxing. I have to go to work and stuff, Make that paper. Someone has to pay for this fucking production, you know what I'm saying?
Always gotta go get that bread, bro.
Hey,
Always.
Hey, you want to introduce the guest or what's up?
I mean, talking about bread, we might as well.
I
I have no idea what bread has to do with the next guest, man.
for the first time and hopefully the last time ever, here comes Max, dude. How you been doing?
I'm good.
Hey.
I'm good. I'm honored to be on this podcast. It's been my
Thanks, man.
my lifelong dream has been achieved by being on this podcast.
Yeah?
Of
I
course.
thought it was to
of course.
meet Elon Musk or something,
Nah. That's number 2. This is number 1. 100%.
Cool, man. And you've been doing all right?
Yeah, I've been doing all right. Today's been a bit of a lazy day. I'm not gonna lie. I went to bed very late last night, so didn't get up early. I've done one assessment center for a job, and then I'm now here.
Max, you bad boy. Going to bed really late.
I know.
Jeez.
I know.
That's bad for the health, man. No one's
I
going to
know.
hire you like that.
Yeah, I know. I got to be on that 6 a.m. grind every morning.
But what you applied for then? What are you trying to work as?
Well, most of the jobs I'm applying for are within robotics companies. So that can be everything from automation to robots that fix specific things. So the one I did this morning was for a company called 3P Innovation, and they do industrial automation. So all the robots that in the factories do the ones you see on TV, they basically make those robots. So yeah.
Right. And I saw you wailing your arms around trying to explain it. Just remember this is a podcast, yeah? Just good.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I
But
mean, hey, it makes it funny for us. It makes it better for us.
yeah, I guess. Basically, he was showing with his arms, the robotics, yeah? You're putting stuff together. What are you
Oh.
manufacturing? Cars and stuff?
Well, they do a bit of cars, but they mainly do the pharmaceutical industry, food and drink. They do a bunch of industries, to be fair.
Yeah. Do robots build other robots?
Well,
Is that part of it?
yes, that is also part of how it
Right.
works.
Well, that's the future, innit?
That is the future in it. We're all gonna have no jobs. We sit at home and watch Netflix.
Dude, I heard. Yeah, I was interviewing one of my colleagues for a uni project, and he told me about this article that apparently they're already doing delivery with drones. So my job is at fucking risk.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
Yeah, that's the thing.
like
That's the thing that's been happening already for quite a while now.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, different places they have different levels of it. I know. I think it's in Dubai where they're really big. They really want to. They've been trying have a lot of pilot projects for it. But I mean, obviously, this comes with a huge risk because if you just have 1,000 drones flying around, how many pizza delivery drivers you have or Amazon delivery people. Imagine if all that is just drones flying around the sky. Creates chaos.
Yeah, our company on any given day has 100 people in a city of 200,000, right?
Yeah, and that's just.
Um,
I'm assuming it's not the only delivery company that there is.
no, there's 2 more actually, and then there's some restaurants that have their own drivers as well, even though they work under our platform. So, yeah, I would say total you're looking at 400 drones for a little city like ours.
Yeah, and that's.
But Max, would you say that drones helps with pollution, air pollution?
Ooh, in terms of climate pollution, it probably would to a certain extent because I mean they are electric after all. So
Yeah,
you're
but
not
so
getting any gas.
are bikes, by the way. Let me represent the human
Of
side
course,
here.
yeah.
We only drive e-bikes.
Yeah. Don't worry, 100%. In terms of if you're comparing this to e-bikes, then there's not that much of a gain. The thing is, here where I live, for example, all delivery drivers are either driving cars or mopeds or a few cycle, but it's still majority driving. But the problem you get with drones is the noise pollution, because I don't know if you know this, but drones are really loud. They make an insane amount of noise, and that's just from one. If you've ever had seen someone do filming with the drone, it's stupid how loud they are. And if you have 400 of these whizzing around the sky, especially because they'd have to they can't go too high up. They'd have to stay far down, and so that can create huge like noise pollution problems in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
But
just
surely they'd be less loud than mopeds or bikes and stuff like
nah,
that, right?
dude.
No,
If
not
you
really.
think of like one tiny drone for like, let's say, a small video you're trying to film, like the size of, I don't know, my two hands put together, that's really loud. Like you can disturb 200 people with that sound. Now, if you're talking about drones delivering pizza, dude, that needs to carry a weight, that's gonna be
Yeah.
hard.
They're like, yeah, that is something that I think many people overlook. It's just the amount of noise pollution you have if everything went to the, like, if you everything went to drone delivery is immense.
Yeah, that's why Elon said we're not gonna have flying cars because
Yeah.
we have to. Right now, we have to do it through drones,
Yeah,
something like that. And he
yeah.
said it's too noisy. Yeah.
I mean, Elon's investing in his famous boring company, which I don't actually. I'm not like too in like. It's not my favorite project of his, but a friend of mine at uni, he's obsessed with the boring company. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
have heard about it.
Yeah, I heard about it, but I'm not sure what they
It
do.
sounds like Anto.
Yeah,
Your friend sounds like Anto.
yeah, Anto probably is also obsessed with this, but it's basically the idea is that instead of going above in the air, you go underground. And his idea is like to solve traffic in LA. You basically you go into like an elevator essentially for the car. It brings you underground. You get put into like a hyperloop kind of tube, and it shoots you around LA to where you want to go. So you get like you cover about 90% of the distance just in this tunnel, and then you go on like another like elevator thing brings you back up, and then you drive around to your location. And he wants to do that because obviously, like, for example, LA has huge congestion problems on all the freeways. That's his plan. He says that is more viable than like drones. I don't know if I agree because I mean building tunnels is not easy. Like it takes years and years to build tunnels and they're really expensive. But I mean,
How many tunnels have you built?
me 100, man. 100 every day.
100.
I build 100 like a tunnel a week, man. Tunnel a week.
Where are you tunneling to, dude? Where you trying to get out of the UK? What's up?
Yeah, exactly, man. I have Brexit, man. I can't get out of the country. I'm just trying to build my own channel tunnel.
Yeah, maybe this is
So,
a good time
Max-
for a little bit of backstory. Or
Yeah.
you want to ask a
Yeah.
question, Neves?
Yeah, I did. Like, so for those of you that are listening that don't know where Max is from, he's like originally from Italy. And were you born there, Max?
I was
in
born in
Italy?
Italy.
Ah, okay. And now you're currently in the Great British of the UK.
I am, yes.
For the first time for the second time you left your country, right?
This is true. Yes.
Like to live. Yeah, you also lived in Norway for a bit
I did. Yep.
because you're half Norwegian,
I am half Norwegian.
and obviously that sucks. But you know what can we do?
Yeah. what can we do? What can we do? I survive.
You
Yeah,
survived.
but I wanted to ask, so where do you find yourself better at? Like, where do you find yourself at home at more?
Ooh, that's a question that I've always found quite hard. So what I've always found is like in Italy, for example, growing up, I never really considered myself Italian. Like, which I think has a mixture of factors. I mean, I never spoke like my family aren't Italian, so I never spoke Italian at home. I went to like an international school, so most of my friends weren't actually Italian; they were from everywhere.
What are you talking about, bro? We're Italian on this podcast.
Bro, I'm Italian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but I didn't know you guys in primary school. All right, don't worry about it. Except for Mattis, to be fair, at the end.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
right at the start, it was very much like I didn't know that many of the Italians too well. But I found in recent years, like especially actually when I moved to Norway, like I miss Rome more than I expected to, and it's made me realize that while I don't feel very Italian, I feel more connection with like Rome itself. Like I don't really feel if I go to like Milan, that won't feel like a home at all. I'll just be like that's just another city. Or even if go somewhere else in Italy, but if I'm in Rome, then that feels quite homely. While in other places, like in Norway, I feel like I could feel more like at home anywhere in Norway. I feel more like Norwegian as a whole, but in Italy, I feel more like I'm from Rome, and not really.
Yeah, that's true.
other
I
places.
fully identify with that statement. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah,
Like anywhere in Denmark feels home-ish
yeah,
and homely, but there's nothing as much that to me feels like home like Rome. I would say
yeah,
Rome is really feels like home.
yeah. It does.
I guess in that sense, we also kind of have a bias because all of us were born in Rome. And I don't know if that has anything to do with how we feel about it.
Who the fuck you talking about, dude? I was born far away from Rome.
Wait, Mattis, were you not born in Rome?
Mattis
dude, I was
has
born-
lived in multiple countries, bro.
Dude, I've lived
Where
in
were you
like
born?
5 different continents, man. I was born in Copenhagen.
Dude, I had no idea.
Yeah, Denmark, the full thing. And then we immediately moved to Bolivia. Then I did a little trip to the US for 5 years. That's why I'm kind of interested in that. And then I came to Rome after that when I was like 12 or something.
Because I always thought that you were just born in Rome and like you just grew up here for like a long time and then
Dude,
moved
I
to
swear,
Bolivia and all that stuff.
this podcast is gonna expose how little we know about each other. Man. I thought you was a homie, you know.
Oh,
I knew where you've been. I just didn't know that you were not born in Rome.
Why would I have been born in Rome and then gone to all the other countries, you know?
it's true.
I don't know. Maybe your parents' jobs for some reason. That's
For
what I
some
thought.
reason. Yeah, I guess.
I guess.
But actually, a story that I find interesting, that, yeah, it's a good story from Max. If you wouldn't mind saying it for the podcast.
Go on.
How come you're called Maximilian, huh? Where did that
yes.
come from?
That is a very interesting story. Of essentially, when I was born, my parents, they lived in Trastevere. They lived in this is the heart of Rome. This is where everyone, any tourist book you read about Rome always tells you go to Trastevere. And they lived there on the top floor, so they had a view. And from the balcony, they could see Circus Maximus or Circo Massimo, which is
Right.
a very famous Roman site in Rome, which is the old chariot racing ground, which is very much in the city centre.
Like some type of an arena, right?
Yeah,
For
essentially
people
an
who don't
arena. And apparently they saw that and decided that I should be called Massimo. But they realized it also had to be a name which works in Norwegian, German, Italian, and English. And so Massimo became Maximilian because that's more internationally friendly. So yeah, that is why I'm called Maximilian.
Right. So your
is
parents
the-
are so uncreative. They just
They looked
the
outside.
first name they saw out the window.
They looked outside the window and went,
Yeah.
yes, that's what we're gonna call it.
But Mattis, do you want to tell them about the story of why Trastevere is called Trastevere?
Yeah, sure. Trastevere, at least to me as a Spanish speaker, sounds like Tras il Tevere, right? Which means behind the Tiber. But the reason why I got to this story is because I remember I listened in class, you know? And I was in Latin class, and they explained to us that in Latin it used to be called behind the Tiber. So I don't know why you guys bully me for messing that up. Okay, it's just I put a little Spanish twist in it.
Waffle. Yeah, waffle, dude. Yeah, sure.
Okay, but in
Dude,
Latin
'cause
it's
I-
trans Tiberum,
Yeah, okay.
right?
and
So it's
and that
close.
means behind the river. But
Beyond the
what-
river, beyond the
beyond the
Tiber.
river.
Yeah.
The Tiber,
But,
specific.
but literally, when you first explained it to like any of us, you're like, it's called Trast il Tevere because wait for it, you trust il Tevere. I'm like, dude, this guy's high or some shit.
I mean,
Yeah,
to be
well-
fair,
I mean, come on, man. I had the right
When-
spirit, you know.
when you don't know that much, you got at least he was creative about it. At least I feel like that's a good creative explanation. Better than other
Yeah,
ones. I think.
True, but then he also tried to back himself up by saying that I listened in Latin class, and like it just had nothing to do with Latin class at all.
Not at all.
It literally, dude, I got the idea from Latin because it's a true story. I just messed
No,
up.
I
the
I swear
words,
you said
right?
you got
had
it from
the right
Spanish. Great.
Dude, no. Well, we lost Mattis.
We lost Mattis.
R.I.P.
All right, I'm
No,
back.
he's back.
I'm back.
He's
Sorry,
alive.
guys. Small disconnection.
No worries.
All right. What was you talking about, man?
Max just kind of exposed you. He said, "Didn't you just say that you learned this fact in Spanish
Yeah.
class? Then
No,
why
not
are you
Spanish
saying
No,
class.
you learned it
But I
in
swear
Latin class?"
you got that from Spanish, not from Latin.
No, the story came from Latin, yeah.
Yeah,
That we learned. Why is it called Trastevere? No.
yeah.
And then when I tried to recall it so I could explain it to these degenerates who don't know about their own city,
Of course.
then I put a Spanish twist in it because as I was recalling it, I don't know, I switched into Spanish.
Ah, yes, I see.
I was like, Trastevere, tras il Tevere, because I speak Spanish.
Ah, yes, obviously.
But the idea came from Latin class,
Ah, okay.
which was when they explained it to us, yeah.
Okay,
Neil-
Mattis, what does trust mean in Spanish?
Atrás means behind,
Ah, okay.
exactly.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, right. So now that I explained myself, you agree that I'm quite smart, eh?
I mean, you had the right idea, is what I'll say. I won't go as
It's
far
not.
as to say you're smart.
It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
You went in the right direction, I feel. I think you can give
Yeah.
him credit for that. Also, Niloy, are you born on Isla Tiberina?
Yeah, I was.
Excellent. We're born in the same hospital. Basically.
So
We're
brothers.
basically brothers.
Basically
We're
brothers.
basically brothers, man.
Yeah. So you guys were born nel il Tevere, mezzo del Tevere.
Of course, mental too.
In mezzo il Tevere. See.
Yeah, right in the middle of the Tiber.
Of course.
But This is actually a question that I've had for a long time because like I knew Mattis from ninth grade, and then like we didn't really hang out that much, and then I met Max in ninth grade as well for the first time in high school.
Yeah.
But how did you two meet? Because I know that you two met way before. What's that story?
It's
That's a little school called Ambrit.
Ambrit in grade 5, the last year of primary school. We weren't in the same class though, because I was in 5G, and you were in 5L. Yeah.
True.
5L
for life, by the way.
Nah, 5G for life, man. 5G. But I seem to remember that at the beginning we didn't click immediately.
No, dude, for many years I struggled with you, man.
This is true.
You were kind of a weird kid, man.
Oh,
but
I know.
I liked you. I sensed a lot of good in you.
Yeah.
Just took you some time to flower or whatever.
You had faith in me.
Yeah,
Deep
for
down.
sure. I mean, we had a lot of fun as kids, but yeah, we did, what do you call it, butt heads or something.
Oh, yeah, obviously. There's always arguments. Although, to be fair, I can't remember exactly when I met you. You were just sort of... To be fair, I remember hearing about you, right? Because before 5th grade started, so I had a really good friend. My best friend growing up was a kid called Pontus. And, like,
my best friend too, by the way.
Yeah, of course. Well, everyone's best friend. We went, like, we'd always been in the same class. I'd known him from kindergarten. My parents were really good friends with his parents. All good stuff. And before 5th grade started, since he was Swedish, and so my family, I'm half Norwegian, it was always, we saw, because they released, like, the class lists beforehand. And there was rumors that there was a Danish kid coming. And that was exciting, because it was another Scandinavian, and not just us two anymore. So it was like, wow. There's a Danish kid coming. So we heard rumors.
That's me, man.
We heard rumors about this Mattis coming. Yeah. So that I remember.
Boy, did I change your lives, man.
Oh, of course, yeah. My life would have been so unfulfilled if Mattis hadn't come.
Hey, good. I agree.
Yeah.
Just on a personal... Shout out to Pontus, by the way. I'm going to send this to him, I guess.
Yeah. Shout out to Pontus.
Oh, dude, I remember Pontus. I remember meeting him end of 12th grade or...
Yeah, he came to visit.
He came, like, the autumn break we had in like, October, November.
Oh, my dude, Pontus. Jesus Christ, man.
What
this kid, we went out into Rome, and he was staying at Max's place, because, they're best friends or whatever. And we were in the city, and we're like, no, Pontus, don't worry. You don't have to go home with Max's shitty fucking bedtime of like 10 p.m. You can stay out with the real G's. We'll stay out until 3, 4 a.m. Who cares? We take the bus back home. We're chilling. Because I had my Danish friends over at the same time. And this kid is kind of, he fell off the deep end, right? So the way home was chaos. We walk over a highway. We stop to get some fucking fries somewhere.
Of course.
It was one big chaos. And we get home, and this poor guy is so sick, and he just goes to throw up the whole night.
And that's where it didn't stop. The whole night was just...
He was just throwing up. And my mom had no idea that this kid called Pontus was going to come to my house. The last time she saw Pontus, he was like, 8 years old, 9 years old?
He was like 9 years old.
Oh, my God.
He was a cute little kid.
12.
No,
like a little kid, 12. Right?
And to then just suddenly see him throwing up in her bathroom.
Yeah, so she gets up to take a shower. I think it's like Tuesday morning, as you do as a responsible adult. And she's, ready with her towel and everything. Opens the door, and there's Pontus there still from the night before at 6 a.m. with his head in the fucking toilet.
Oh, no.
And she's like, wait, which one of these motherfuckers is this? This ain't Niloy. This ain't Kelvin. And Max wouldn't do this to me. And she's like, is that fucking Pontus? So she just goes out and is like, fuck it, I'm not taking a shower today, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Pontus comes back to my room, and he looks all confused. And I remember looking at him. I was like, something happened, but whatever. I just went back to sleep.
And I remember that day as well, because I had to come pick him up, because I don't think the guy would have found his way home. And then
no way, man.
I got on the bus from my house to Mattis's house, and this was the time of, obviously I come there. It took me, I think, 3 hours or something, because there was so much traffic. The bus wasn't moving. I finally get to his house. I stumble in, and I just the mood in that house, man. Pontus looked like a skeleton. He couldn't. He was just sitting there, no expression in his face, completely dead. All the Danish people were all kind of chilling. They were all, I guess, a bit hungover, but not too bad.
This is their daily lives, man.
Yeah,
at
exactly.
This point,
But Pontus, man, on the way home, he was falling asleep on the bus. We got home.
To be fair, it does sound like he was having the time of his life.
He was.
No, he was, but then he wasn't till he got sick.
He was having a good time, I think, for the first.
But it was lovely to see him, man. I want to see him again.
It was good. When he came to the party, man, that was a nice reunion, because you had like Alex there. You had Ludovico, all of our friends from Amber.
Yeah.
Which he hadn't seen.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen some of these people in years as well, to be fair.
Dude, those parties were so awkward for me because like you guys all knew each other. I was just there like, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah, to be fair.
Dude, shout out to Martijn for letting us host there, man. What a nice house.
It was.
Dude, my Danish friends were there like filming on Snapchat. Like he was trying to film the house, but the camera was fucked up and he was drunk. So all he got was the fucking bush, like the hedge.
Oh no.
And he was just screaming into WhatsApp like his story, like, I'm in a fucking palace. And all you saw was like a dark ass bush.
Oh, of course. I also remember at the end, I swear everyone had left, and the only people left were me, Pontus, you, and the Danish friends, and well, Martin, obviously. And we were just dancing around like his living room, bro.
Yeah.
Was I there that late? Because I remember I was there with the Danish friends one time. Don't remember if I was staying over.
I have no
can't
idea,
remember.
man. I remember we played beer pong and that was really nice.
How do you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, so that's how me and Max met. I just showed up at school and then we slowly over time.
Over time, we got
the gang.
used to each other.
Yeah.
Best of mates.
But Max used to be this. I don't know how to describe him, man. Something was a little bit off with him. I'd say he's a single child.
Yeah,
He never had a brother to fight while growing up.
this is true.
And he ate all the fucking food. So
I saw you told me this. Like, are you? Because I obviously can't really remember it properly because I remember it from my mind of like I was eating normal amounts of food. But it was like your birthday, Mattis. We'd go to your house and you'd make burgers, and I swear everyone else would have like two. And
like all these skinny ass kids would have like one, right? So I'm Bolivian, so I'm allowed to have two or three. But you'd be there like on your fourth or fifth burger, man. All the other kids, like, what the fuck?
I'm always confused because like I'd say that I'm definitely the bigger guy out of all the friends, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
No, not tall wise, but in other ways. And I can never eat as much as you guys. Like you guys are monsters. What the fuck?
well, I guess
Yeah, dude.
I guess I'm tall, so I guess I have a lot of like space to fit in the food. I don't know, man. I sometimes feel
Well,
like,
maybe if you
I feel like my
work as
appetite.
hard as me.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. If you weren't having the siesta every day, if you were grinding hard, you'd be more hungry.
Bro, it's because you're chilling permanent. That's just how it is.
Shilling perma.
But then again,
So that's how you.
yeah, go.
No, so I was just saying that's how you two met, and ever since then, in 5th grade, you guys just became the best of friends.
I would say 6th grade was really when we hit it off,
Yeah.
but 5th grade was the beginning, yeah.
I think 5th grade we were both good friends with Pontus probably, and then from that we were with each other a lot.
Yeah, I wanted to say it because Pontus was like the bridge between us.
Yeah, he was more the glue.
Because he was just really cool.
Yeah, he tolerated me for like 7 years, so he was.
This is Gravato. Now we lost Max. What the fuck is this podcast, dude? I can't believe it.
We're just gonna title this podcast "Technical Difficulties."
Dude, actually, my wife has been so shit the last week, man.
Yeah.
This kid better come back because he has like
Yeah.
10 seconds or he's not coming back on the podcast. Let's be honest. But okay, I'll just say this while we're waiting for this kid. All these people talking about cancel culture, no?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I invented cancel culture. Oh, Max, you're back.
Can you?
All right,
Yeah, we can hear you.
You're back.
We can hear you.
Okay.
So I invented cancel culture, right? Because we had a little bit of beefs growing up.
Yeah.
And I explicitly remember canceling Max. I was like, one day I was like, I had enough. I think it was something about football or something.
But this was in 6th grade,
like,
though. That was when Pontus was gone.
Oh, right, 6th grade?
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, we're canceling Max. No one could talk to Max.
I remember this, bro.
I'm deplatforming Max. Obviously, that was a horrible thing to do. I regret it. I want to apologize for that.
It's fine. It was
But that was something I did.
Matt, you understand?
Character building, yeah.
You know who the one guy was that I had to talk to that day?
Who?
Andrew fucking Coleman. I talked to Andrew the whole
can
day. He was the only guy that talked to me.
I don't understand why do people join me on my stupid ideas?
Wait, Andrew went to the same school as you guys.
Yeah, of course, man.
I've known Andrew since he's been there all along, I swear. I've known him since 1st grade.
Dude, but I did this twice though, because I also canceled Stuart. I was like, fuck it, no more Stuart. Yeah, but that was not a success.
remember that.
For some reason, everyone was okay with canceling you though.
Yeah, that says a lot, doesn't it?
To be fair, I can see why everyone was okay with that.
Bro,
Yeah.
good times.
I mean, to be
bro.
fair, it was because I feel like 6th grade was when Pontus had left and it was just us two. And so we didn't have someone to bridge the gap. So we sort of had to, we butted heads a few times.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And Alex was too much ADHD, so like he didn't really help the case. He just added
Alex,
fuel
man.
to the fire.
Alex and his ADHD.
But also,
do you remember some of the?
but also Stuart, what a guy.
Yeah, but it was different. Stuart was like
Yeah.
he was quite athletic, but he wasn't like bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, he was quite quiet back then and timid,
Yeah.
I would say.
He was quite reserved. Like yeah, that's how I describe it as well. But yeah,
This guy spoke. Yeah, he spoke so quietly that when I met Stuart, he told me that he was. I was like, "Where are you from?" He said, "Australia," and I heard Egypt. And like,
What? How do you confuse Australia for Egypt?
because he spoke so quietly, like every other word I just guessed. And that's how I started
Christ.
talking to him.
I mean, yeah, to
Yeah.
be fair,
Ah,
that doesn't
fair
surprise
enough.
me. But yeah, do you remember, Matt, some like the quiet trips when often like it was you, me, and like Alex that would share the room?
Oh yeah, always, man. Good,
Some
good
of those,
times, man.
some interesting times.
Interesting times, dude. Nothing homosexual, just for that.
No,
Wait,
Just a
talking
little
about
bit-
nothing
just a
homosexual. No, like talking about homosexual. Like the first time that I met Max
To
was
be
on a
fair.
field trip. Right? Remember? Do you remember that?
I
We
do.
went to
I do. I
Abruzzo.
remember that clear as day, bro. Abruzzo.
Yeah, dude,
Fall trip.
that trip was so fun. Yeah,
It was
and
great.
basically, we decided that we were gonna share a room with you, Anaf, Ifat. Do you remember those two legends?
Legends, man.
And then I was also in that room, and we are four guys in one room. And Max, all of a sudden, before we're going to bed, he just decides that he wants to take all his clothes off. We're like, "What the fuck, dude? What the fuck are you doing? Why are you getting naked in front of the guys?"
Dude, that's just haram culture, like clashing with the white boy culture.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
We were in the Scandinavian like culture. We get naked and jump in bed together because we're kids. That's
Yeah.
normal.
So you do, man.
And I just thought,
Yeah.
that was so weird that you
remember
just go
that.
to bed in your underwear.
Yeah, they couldn't
That was
accept
normal,
it.
dude.
They were just like, "What? What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm sleeping. That's how I sleep." And they're doing
Yeah.
pajamas.
We-
I went, "No, I didn't have pajamas."
Like one of the main squad after Pontus left was for me was Max and Lee. Lee was this Chinese kid,
Yeah,
and they would both come over, and my heating system is broke because I live in Trujillo. So
but it wasn't just that.
we would be
It was because Lee's heating system was the opposite.
right. That's true. His was
He-
off the charts, man. 35 degrees indoors.
35 degrees inside his house, man. I was sweating.
See, and then he came to my house, poor kid, and it was like 10 degrees.
Oh, what,
And we
man.
would shiver all night and hug each other. Like, what are you going to do?
We literally had a three-way spoon so we could have warmth.
Poor kid was shivering, man.
He was.
Never
he was.
experienced something like it, man. He's a good guy, man.
He was.
I talked to him recently on Instagram. Or like,
I
not
mean-
recently, a few months ago.
Yeah. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
How's he doing? I haven't heard from him in like so long.
Bro, you've never heard of this guy.
In the first time.
Yeah, nah, but
He's handsome as fuck now, though.
I feel like
He-
Milo, the way you and me met in like 9th grade. So I can't remember moments either. Like what really stands out to me was like the fall trip. I feel like that's when we really sort of hit it off.
Yeah, the trip definitely. It's like
'Cause I
at
thi-
that point, I think Anaf was friends with you.
Yeah.
right?
So I think I knew Anaf quite well because we had a lot of classes together. So I got close with Anaf.
Yeah,
And then
and like
Yeah.
Anaf and I were just basically best friends because we went through school from first grade to 8th grade and then 9th grade as well.
yeah, exactly.
Same with Ifat. To be fair.
Yeah, the three of you knew each other very well. Although
Yeah.
to be fair, I think I also remember you from like football because I used to go to football training in 9th grade, and so did you. I swear.
Oh yeah, true.
I swear that's like we
Yeah,
clicked
we
a lot
did.
then as well.
Yeah, and then in 10th grade you weren't there, but
Sad times.
goddamn, 10th grade was so fun.
Dude, had to go to Norway just to get a passport, right?
I know. Right?
Imagine, dude. They're holding you hostage. They held you hostage for a whole year. Poor
They did,
guy.
man. They did. They did.
Fucking, they had you there sniffing vodka to save money. Can you imagine a society that corrupt, man?
You don't understand.
Where
I've
vodka
told
is
this
so
to
expensive.
my. I told this to my friends here, and they don't believe me. They swear I'm lying. I'm like, no.
Imagine,
What's the story?
imagine being so hard. Life is so hard that the fucking British don't accept the
Yeah.
way that you're ingesting alcohol. Dude.
Imagine life is so hard. You're 14 years old and you're sitting there like sniffing vodka out of.
Yeah, but that's because you're a year behind or something.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not supposed to be 14.
No, not supposed to be 14.
Like,
But 15 was acceptable.
yeah, 15 is normal. That's when you start. 16, you go hard.
Yeah.
But 14, no. I mean,
To be fair,
we
yeah.
don't condone drugs or anything
No,
on this
no,
show.
no.
Underage drinking is a no-no. Yeah,
No. To be fair,
don't
yeah.
do it.
Unless you're in Europe, to be fair, it's fine in Europe. When in Europe, it's fine. Do it.
But in Europe, it's fine. Yeah.
To be fair, in Germany, you're legally allowed to drink like with a parent if it's beer and wine from when you're 14.
In Rome, it's from when you're 8 years old or something, no? With the parent.
Yeah.
No, there's no actual.
No, in Rome it's like if you're 8, you just go into like any liquor store, be like, "Hey, yo, wagwan, boss man, can I have like one of that 40% alcohol?" He'll be, "Yeah, no problem. Here you go." I'll just hand it to you.
Mattis, do
Yeah,
you remember Martin's first party when we try and I'm used to Norway where like you cannot buy alcohol like anywhere. You have to have like get someone else to buy it. And we just didn't know like how chill it was. So we go to some Bangla store around my house, and we're like so scared. We're just trying to get the bottle of vodka, and he just gives it to us, and we pay 18 euros for this bottle of vodka.
Yeah, dude. And it was the worst one ever. It took us 3 years to drink it.
It
It was there at every party, dude, for 3 years.
I swear we had
touched
it on the last one when we like left school. We still had that one.
Yeah, dude. That like you took one shot of that when everything else was finished and everyone had already gone home, but you
That
couldn't
finished
accept
the
that the
night.
party was over. Yeah,
Finished
yeah.
the night. Finished the night.
Alright, man. Nila, you wanna quiz this guy on some rap music, yeah?
Yo, Max.
Oh no,
Wagwan, my G. Are you British?
I am not. I live
You
here.
live in? Would you say you live in Britain?
I do live in Britain. Yes, you're correct.
How many years now?
Well, since September 2019, so a year and
So
7. But with a 6-month break in the middle because of coronavirus. But yes, sure.
sure. But would you say that you're well versed into the culture?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right.
Oh, you're gonna regret
all right.
those words, man.
Well, no. See, that's the thing. Not with rap music. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be screwed with that.
Oh, you don't need to lie, dude. We can hear it. Don't worry.
All right, Max. Here's what's gonna happen. Let me give you the quick rundown. Right.
Okay.
I have a list of 5 UK rappers that I'm not going to tell you the name of.
Okay.
I'm gonna just describe them, maybe what their real names are and not their rapper names.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to try and guess who that rapper is. Right.
This is so bad.
And then at the end of that, you have to try and rate them on a scale of 1 to 5 on how much you like their name or their rapper name.
Oh, just the name. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just rate their name after you try and guess them.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna be writing down your score because you did say that you're well versed into the culture, Max.
Oh no.
I mean, you
I
do
should-
live in the UK.
I should not have said that.
All right, Max, you ready?
Go on.
This is your first rapper.
Okay.
His name is Joseph Junior Adenuga. He is a British rapper, songwriter, and record producer from Tottenham, North London. And alongside with his brother, here's a clue, JME, he joined Roll Deep for a short period of time before becoming a founding member of Boy Better Know in 2005.
What's his name, dude? What's his rapper name? J-
Hey, I know. I've heard of. I know Jamie. I had no idea. Didn't know he had a brother. I didn't.
All right, I'll give you a bit of a clue, right? One of his like most recognizable songs to this day, probably "Shut Down."
Shut down, dude.
Oh, Skepta.
Dude, even Mattis knows it.
We
Yeah,
can't.
there you go.
There you go,
Let's
okay.
go.
Hey, what?
Skepta.
He guessed
Yeah.
it, man. Skepta.
I mean, how can you not guess
Yeah,
Skepta?
from
Shut Down.
Shutdown. To be
Fair,
fair.
alright.
Yeah.
No, I got it. Yeah.
One
Yeah.
for one. 1 for 1, Max. 1 for 1. Your next one. This rapper goes by the name of Michael Ebenezer. Oh, Lord have mercy. Quadjo Omari Owo Jr.
Who invented that? That's not real. That's not real.
Oh, bro.
And in 2014, he gained attention on the UK underground music scene through the Wicked Skangman series of freestyles over classic grime beats. Who do you reckon that could be?
I have like a
You
list.
don't listen. You don't listen to classic grime beats, Max?
Honestly, no, I don't.
All right, Max, to help you out, I'll give you a bit of a clue, right?
Alright.
If I say the song name, right? Shut Up.
Oh,
Oh.
wait. Is that
Wait.
Stormzy?
Ding, 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 ding. 2 for 2, man.
You see, if you tell me the name of a song, I might know the artist.
Oh, that's good. That's
To be
good.
fair,
You got
to
memory,
be
yeah?
fair, I think I do. To be fair, I do think I'm cheating a little bit by giving you the name of the songs, but
Mate, otherwise
Yeah, it
I'd
is
have
what
no,
it is,
I'd
man.
have no clue. All I know Stormzy. I know he lives in Kingston because he lives close to where some of my friends lives.
Wait,
That's
yo,
about it.
he hasn't been rating the names, by the way.
I thought I
Was
was doing
that
at
the
the
end?
end. That was at the end.
All right. Sure. At the end.
all right, yeah. Well, to be fair, that is my mistake. I forgot.
We'll do it at the end. That works.
yeah.
We'll see who has the best
So
name.
this third rapper, right? His name is Jamie Adenuga. Already a big clue, man. He is Nigerian British grime MC, songwriter, recorder, producer, and DJ who was born in Hackney but raised in Tottenham. He is the co-founder of the crew and label Boy Better Know.
Come on, dude. We're serving this one to you.
Wait, say his name again?
No.
Jamie Adenuga.
Bro, how is this kid thinking so hard? I can see him just like, what? What is it?
Dude, think about it. What is his name?
Jamie.
Adenuga.
Oh,
Bro,
Jamie.
this kid is so lost.
Yeah,
Hey, grande.
Hey, 343,
Fair enough.
343, man. All right. We're down to the fourth one, bro.
Oh, good
The
God.
last two.
Okay.
So far, you're 3 for 3. You could have a perfect streak here, bro.
I could.
If you do, you're street certified, bro. You'd be
Street certified. Oh, wow. I can't wait. That's my dream. My life has come down to this moment.
To be fair, I think like in these like descriptions, I like basically give you the names. Because, okay, this guy, he's called Che Walton Grant. He's a British rapper, singer, songwriter, and record producer. He's from Ladbroke Grove, West London. He rose to popularity in 2016 and was listed by The Guardian in a list of best new acts to catch at festivals in 2016.
AJ Tracy.
Who is he? Let's go.
Grande.
How'd you know?
I got that from Ladbroke Grove. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
There's no song
Alright,
that was
dude,
played
for
as much as that in Freshers Week.
Yeah, true. Dude, for this last one, I'm just going to say this, right? He is English, YouTuber, internet personality, rapper, singer, actor, and boxer. And if you've been keeping up with like recently, he's just become a lord recently, technically.
KSI?
Lord KSI, please.
Lord KSI, please. by
Lord
the way,
KSI, sorry.
When you're addressing him.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, of course.
This
My
kid,
bad.
dude, I doubted him hard, but apparently he knows something. A thing or
I mean,
two.
I got clues from the song name
5
at
out
the
of
start.
5.
I have to be honest.
5 for 5, man. 5 for 5. Honestly, that's really fucking good.
Yeah.
Street certified, Max.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Street
Street certified.
certified.
I'm putting it on my CV now. I'm
No.
street certified.
Now is like, I guess the easy part. You get to rate their names.
Write their names, all right.
So, first one, what'd you rate Skepta out of 5?
Out of 5.
Yeah.
I think I rated a solid, like, I quite like, maybe like a 4. I think it's a good name. It's quite like a random, it's quite like a fast, like, I don't know. I think it fits into his vibe. I think it's quite a good
I
name.
agree. I agree. Skepta.
Yeah.
Definitely better than like because I was thinking about this, right? A lot of the UK rapper names, like they just make more sense than the US rapper names. Like what the fuck, Lil Pump,
Yeah.
Lil Skies,
I personally find that quite uncreative. All the littles, but
Lil Mosey.
Lil Xan, though, it's okay.
No. Lil Xan is perfect. He's
Yeah,
amazing.
that was a good name.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
that's a great name.
Oh, and Lil Big. Lil Big is also.
Oh, Lil Big. Yeah.
Lil Biggie.
That makes some, like, come on. You have to do it.
Wait, what? Was my rapper name not Lil Big?
Yeah, that was, but I stole that. I think.
Yeah. Alright, man. Max, this is your second name, Stormzy.
Stormzy.
Out of 5. What are you rating him?
Ooh. See, I don't rate it as quite as much as Skepta, but I still think it's good. I feel like it's like easy, rememberable, short. Like, just think about it. I feel like Stormzy is one of the most well-known grime artists outside the UK. I feel like most people will recognize Stormzy. So I'll say maybe like 3.5.
Fair. And he is one of the grime artists that like kind of made it outside of the UK.
Yeah.
Because like a problem with like a lot of these grime artists is that they really haven't found a channel to like go into the US or whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. And Stormzy is that exception. I mean, I learned about Stormzy when I lived in Norway. That's when people were obsessed with him. So.
Now this third name, JME.
I don't rate it quite as high. I feel like it's a bit. It's not. It's just an acronym. Like, I don't know. I think it's a bit. Nah. 2 out of 5.
Right.
All right. Next episode,
think
we're
about
calling
it,
in
right?
JME, and we're going to have beef between Max
Beef.
and JME.
Between me and Jamie. Oh, can't wait.
True.
Yeah, by the way, let me remind you that you're called Max.
I know. I'm not saying that my name isn't basic. All right. I know that.
Wait, Max, but keep in mind that Jamie, right, is his name.
Yeah, I know.
Jamie. So he just shortened to JME.
Well, yes, I know, but like that's just I don't know.
No, you clearly don't know, bro. You're having so much trouble
Well, yes, that part.
guessing his name.
But now I know, don't I?
Yeah, fair enough.
All right.
Okay,
Now the
number
last 2.
4, right? What do you think about AJ Tracy?
AJ Tracy. Ooh, I can't decide on this one.
Live and direct.
Of course.
All right, don't say any more words, though. We're gonna get demonetized.
Maybe like a 3. So I feel like it's not bad, but it's not. I think it's solidly average, solidly in the middle.
Fair enough. We'll take a 3. But like, what a name though, eh? Che Walton Grant. That's like one of the whitest names ever.
Yeah, that I didn't realize it was called that. That does kind of surprise me.
Mm-hmm. And now this guy,
KSI.
JJ Olatunji, but goes by the name of KSI, Mr. Knowledge, Strength, and Integrity himself, bro.
Of course. See, I feel like, once again, I don't rate like acronyms quite as high for names, but I'll give him a bit more than Jamie, just because I think I've been following KSI for longer. I feel like I'll be nice to him. I'll give him a 3. Fine, I'll give him a 3.
Fair enough.
At least he knows what he's.
Did you know that actually? Yeah, but did you know that before KSI became known as Knowledge, Strength, and Integrity, right?
Yeah.
He literally just called himself KSI because of like a clan that he had in Halo. And then like all of a sudden, like after all these years, he just decided to change it up.
Yeah, I mean, I swear,
his clan was called...
It used to be, because his YouTube name used to be like KSI LGBT. And it was like that whole thing on YouTube. And then I guess when he got
KSI
bigger...
LGBT.
Yeah. He needed something that was like more recognizable. Because like, how are you going to try
Man's got the name tattooed on his hand, his chest.
That guy, man. I just find it so funny, like seeing, like, I remember when, like, what you watched KSI in like 2013, 2012, and he just in like his parents' house, just raging over FIFA, and then now he's out here boxing, he's on the world stage, like, it's quite impressive. It is impressive.
Elite. Max, so would you say that you've been inspired by these 5 names?
I guess, sure. Yeah.
Max, 20 seconds. What's your rapper name right now?
Oh God.
This is the hardest question a white person has ever had to answer. Come on, bro. You can't shit on these little rappers and then
Dude,
not
20
have
seconds. Time's flying, man. Time's flying.
I'm gonna say I'm creative. Razzle Tazzle.
Razzle
Tazzle.
All right, then.
Okay.
Introducing Razzle Tazzle. Max, check the Discord chat, dude. We got a little verse for you that a homie sent in. It's the first verse of a diss track about Midnight Kebab. Dude, you're gonna have to rap this, dude. Razzle Dazzle. The
Razzle Tazzle.
Do you see it? You got it on your screen?
Yep, I have it on my screen.
I bet. Feel free, dude. I'll add a beat. If you're on beat, I'll add it in post. Yeah. If not, I'm just gonna leave you hanging, dude.
Am I gonna be there? Am I gonna be on beat though? Probably not. But fine.
No, but all right.
No.
Give it your best shot, dude. It's a little verse. We want to hear what you got, man.
All right. Yeah, I'm only doing this once. Midnight Kebab. You act like a gang, but we are the mob. Latino and Bangla. The races don't mix. Pass me the ganja, you pieces of shit. Think you're Italian, but it doesn't add up. Say that again, you will get fucked up. Look at your skin. Where do I even begin? You're not in your country. Wipe off that grin. Roma represent. La pasta la mangio al dente. Te e la tua pasta sporcata all'ambiente. Yeah, Midnight Kebab. What's in the lab? Song of the week? I suggest some rehab. Hearing that shit makes you want to get stabbed, fall down the stairs, and hit my head on a slab. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Come on, Spotify next month. Come on,
fire,
Spotify
man.
next month. Come on.
Straight fire.
Fire,
fire.
dude. Razzle Dazzle on the beat.
Sign Razzle Dazzle right now.
Right now.
Razzle Dazzle.
Give me a record label
dude.
immediately.
Holy
All right,
shit.
man.
That was good. That was good. Thanks for playing along, Max.
Max
Thanks
No
for
worries.
playing along.
No
Max's
worries.
record label is gonna be called Recky Becky, dude.
Obviously, man, obviously.
Oh man, that was
fun.
quite good.
That was quite fun.
Yeah, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm quite proud I actually managed to get the names.
Yeah.
For a second there, I can't let my British homies down.
Well, I mean, all right, the show's over, dude. That's all I wanted to hear. This is just a bait for you to rap for us.
This was all just a setup.
Of course, yeah.
Nah, dude, but this would be a good segue into, music of the week. We're gonna bring it back, and we're gonna try and do better this time. We heard your comments about Nilo's shit taste in music. We promise you, he brought a better song with him this time.
Literally one person. Okay, no, maybe two,
Three.
three, four. 4 people said it was
Probably.
shit.
Right, we
only
have
4.
we have 5 viewers, one of them being you, and 4 of them said it was shit.
Okay, no, listen. Kelvin said it was fire. Right?
Okay, so one guy,
that's
one
2
person said it
people.
was fire.
Not 2 people, because I also said it was fire.
Oh, okay, sorry, yeah. Do we count self-credit?
All right, but
Hey.
let's start with the guest. What you bring for us, Max?
I brought the good old... God, I can't actually remember the...
You better not be searching for it right now as we speak on the podcast.
No. Why would I do that?
Max is never coming back. Dude. Never.
It's Tongue-Tied.
Worst guest ever.
Tongue-Tied
Tongue-tied.
by Group Love.
The famous TikTok song.
Yeah, you see, I didn't know that,
all
right? See, now I've been let down. You've ruined the song for me kind of now, because I was just listening
Max.
to it. I learned it over Christmas, and I just heard it from a friend, and I was like, oh, this is great. I was listening all the time, and now you ruined it because it's a TikTok song. But it's fine, whatever.
Yeah, sure, dude. You're an engineer or whatever. You're just on TikTok all day, dude. Let's be honest.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't actually do any work. I just like look on TikTok and get the answers and write them down. Like, come on.
True. That is true. When you are an engineer, you can just like hack into the program and stuff, right, Max?
Yeah. That's what I do on the daily.
Right.
That's what I do.
Yeah, obviously.
But who wrote it, or who's it by?
Group.
I don't know if you said that already. Group Love.
Isn't that what the,
Yeah,
isn't that what they're called?
Yeah, Group Love. I remember. It's a nice little song.
Yeah.
A rock vibe.
I haven't actually heard
Kinda
any
cute.
of the other songs by them, but I guess I should give them a listen.
Group Love is kind of a name and a half.
It's-
So talking about
It's an
names.
interesting name. Yeah, it is an interesting name.
Like, well, it can
It
either be
sounds-
like those weird people with open relationships,
Could be.
communism, or just like hippie, love
Just
everybody.
hippies. I mean, let's be real. I feel like it's most like the hippie loves everyone, but you never know. I don't discriminate. I'm open to everything.
I feel
Right.
like there's a vibe because I actually went to I listened to the song and like it gave me a vibe of like, do you know Two Door Cinema Club?
I do not.
Bands like that, right? But the band that you tongue-tied were like
Yeah.
Group Love.
Yeah, group.
Like they gave me the vibe of like Two Door Cinema Club and like that kind of rock, not even rock, but alternative rock,
Yeah.
almost indie
Yeah, indie. Yeah.
rock kind of band. And like I like that kind
Yeah,
of vibe.
I've listened to a lot of it
It's
here. Like
very nice.
Path is it's quite like quite a lot of my friends that listen to it. So I've heard I've got a lot of recommendations from them and stuff.
It's a good vibe.
Is it?
It's a good vibe.
Yeah, I did mind the song. It's quite nice. Say.
Like if I were to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 7,
Oh, wow.
7.5.
Like that.
I think that's good. 7. Yeah, 7. Alright, Nippy, what you bring, dude?
I brought remember last podcast when we were on with Kelvin, I said that I recently got into Salmo. Like
Same.
I didn't get into Salmo, but I just like him, right? So I thought, why not introduce you guys to one of his pieces, Applausi.
It was good, dude.
It was better than I
was good.
expected.
It
I
was
have to be
so
honest with you. I was it exceeded my expectations.
It's like
What you mean, bro?
a hard rap with not too hard rap, nothing crazy.
Yeah,
But with some rock vibe to it, got power to it.
yeah.
It was good.
I think it's good. I feel like I don't listen to like Italian music that much, but I feel like Nilo can give me Nilo. It sounds like you listen to this all the time, so you can give me good recommendations of where to start.
No, dude, he has really bad Italian music.
To be fair,
He does have some good,
yeah.
but really bad as well.
I mean, yeah. Kelvin also showed me some Italian music last summer, and Jesus Christ, man, it's like the thing, you listen to it for the meme. You listen to it like ironically, but I couldn't unironically listen to it.
No, to be fair, there are like a lot of Italian raps. Like you have I can't remember his name, like something like Arancione or Arancina, something like that. He's also really good. It's like, it might sound shit to you guys, but if you listen to the lyrics and like the way that the wordplay just hits hard.
That is true. That's what I said last time, dude.
Yeah.
I got into some of the wordplay, and now I'm appreciating it more.
Yeah. And then you've also got people like Mahmoud, like his voice is
Shut
just
the fuck
so
up
good.
about Mahmoud.
Nilo,
voice
you're
is just
obsessed
so
with Mahmoud.
good.
I swear, you would do anything for
Dude.
Mahmoud.
When this podcast comes out, or like when this podcast goes somewhere, I'm like reaching out to Mahmoud and be like, dude, please be a guest on the podcast.
I mean, sure,
I'm reaching out to Joe Rogan, dude,
please do.
before he
No, it's
dies,
alright
dude.
with that.
He's getting old, man. It's getting sad.
Mm.
Like in 1 year I saw him age, dude. I swear. Poor guy. But is anyone gonna ask me, or we just skip over?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah.
we can move on.
You're welcome. Nah. What's your song?
Nah, okay.
yeah.
No,
Minus what you bring.
wait. First, let me rate
What
your
you
song, dude. I'd say 8 out of 10, by the way. 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, somewhere there.
Oh,
Ooh. I might not go quite that high. I might go more like 6.5, 7, just because it's not quite my style. But like for something like that, I was impressed.
It's definitely my style, dude. I added to
Yeah.
my playlist. I brought Soldati by Massimo Pericolo, dude. I've been listening to this song on repeat, dude. It is so fire.
I'm not gonna lie,
And-
it cracked me up when you like put a song by Massimo Pericolo. I found that great. Just
no, the only reason I put Salmo was because I saw Maris put Massimo Pericolo. I'm like, okay, I have to bring an
to be
Italian song
fair, yeah.
too, you know?
You can't let Mattis be the only
Yeah.
one with an
Yeah.
Italian song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a good song, dude. He talks about hunger, poverty, wanting
Yeah.
to fight, hope, all that things.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't
Italian
quite like the beat of it as much, but the music, like the lyrics were good. I found for it. It spoke about good stuff.
But I also vibe with some rap songs that are kind of out there. The
Yeah,
problem is with rap that's kind of out there and like, I don't know, experimental or something. There's a lot of it that's shit,
yeah,
so it's hard to find good stuff. And also, like,
mean-
objectively understand if it's not really appealing. But to me, that this was a good song
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah. I mean, I'd have to agree with you on that one. But also with the Massimo Pericolo, like, I find that he's grown up in I don't know, not the nicest of environments growing up. And he can use that to fuel his music. And, like,
I feel like that's
when he raps, you can hear the passion.
yeah. I think that's
Yeah,
a lot
exactly.
of people that get into this kind of music. I mean, it comes from they grew up in hardship, and therefore they like that's why they can like rap about it like this. Because if someone
In prigione da piccolo.
yeah, exactly. Like if someone like me or you tried to rap about this, I mean, come on,
No, it
like,
doesn't
it
work.
didn't work. Like you have to have like
At least I took the bus 719 from Trullo. Okay, like
That's hardcore.
You go on your bike to by the Tiber and like eat ice cream or whatever.
oh, of course. You came. To be fair, you out of all of us, you come the most from ends. I'll give you that.
So, yeah, I guess. I could have had the good life, but my mom really likes to save money.
To be fair, the house was
yeah.
nice.
That's
the heating
fine.
didn't work, but it was a good sized house.
Oh yeah, I love the house, man. I'm not complaining, dude. I have everything I need,
Yeah.
which is really lucky. Yeah,
But also, to be fair, when you're in Rome, like, no place is a bad place.
Yeah, I would say Rome doesn't have like proper no-go areas. That's been my experience.
but I mean, if you go 20 minutes from where I live, you get to Camp Zingaro.
Yeah,
Cioè, that's not as nice.
No, obviously
that's the
not.
only part that Rome really
but would
hasn't
you?
dealt with. I
Yeah,
feel like.
but would you? I don't know. I feel like I'm comparing that to other cities, but I just wouldn't say it has proper no-go zones like you get in like certain other bigger cities.
That's true. That's true. I've never felt really unsafe.
Yeah,
Like, one of the biggest complaints that tourists have when they come to Rome is that they come and they're instantly shocked at the fact of how dirty Rome actually
Oh,
is.
yeah. I
I'm
know.
like, relax, man.
that's.
It adds
Would you
to the
say-
charm.
I mean, come on, Rome clean.
Exactly.
Rome clean wouldn't
That's
make
why
sense.
we listen to Massimo Pericolo.
It's like
That's why we listen to Massimo Pericolo,
Yeah.
because it's dirty and you have to.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do?
like if the buses came on time in Rome, I mean, I'd feel wrong. That's not. You no longer have an excuse for why you're late. Like, come on, that doesn't work. That's
yeah,
But one thing that we do need to give props to in Rome is that the buses, even though they are very shit, they are very late, and the bus drivers are wankers. One thing that we can appreciate is that we have a bus system that actually goes all over Rome.
true.
this is true.
It's like it makes Rome very accessible.
Yeah.
And like I say, that's one praise that even tourists give to
Yeah.
Rome.
To be honest, what I think the thing in Rome that needs most praise is the metro, because the metro I think is quite good. It's not the best quality station, not the cleanest trains, but it works. Even when it snowed in Rome, the one thing that worked was the metro. It didn't stop.
See,
That's the one thing.
dude, it snowed here. The metro broke.
Yeah, exactly.
Gone.
Like
The buses stopped.
yeah, that's the thing. The metro, like the thing is, this is why often because I live close to a metro station. If I had to get somewhere, I would rather like take the metro to a further station than walk it, because I just trust that more than like potentially like getting the bus where I'm either going to be straight on time or an hour late, and at that point I'd rather leave that 20 minutes earlier and just like take the metro,
See,
because the metro, I have to say it.
bro, listen to this, man.
That's trust me.
Dude, listen to this, man. Right, I'm living in the Amsterdam, right?
Yeah.
I'm at Michelle's place. I have work in the morning. I have to be there by 11. I'm the hardest worker alive, so I see that it's snowing.
Yeah.
So I get out the house a little before 8. I'm like, I'm going to have 3 hours to get, like, usually the trip takes 50 minutes.
Yeah.
But, I'm not finna come late, dude. I'm not the guy who comes late.
No, of course not.
So I get out at like 8:30. I'm standing as close as I could get to my job, which is the edge of Amsterdam West, Sloterdijk. And there, at that point, nothing is running. There's not buses, the trains, metro, no, nothing. It's stopped.
Yeah.
And I go around and ask these guys, and 2 of them are there kind of working, and they're half immigrants. They spoke good English, though.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, dude, nothing's working. The bus might leave at 10. We don't know. And I was like, damn, that sucks. He's like, yeah, welcome to the Netherlands. He has the audacity to tell me. I was like, bro. I told him to his face, I was like, nah, bro, I'm from Rome, dude. You have no idea.
No, but this is the problem. Like,
you have no idea.
You don't understand. Like, Northern Europeans, they complain. Like, I've never met people that complain as much as Northern Europeans.
That's true, man.
Like, especially, to be honest, the worst are the Germans, I find. Even Norwegians have more appreciation. Because Norwegians complain, but at the end of the day, they'll be like, but we appreciate it. Like, we have it very well. We should be complaining. Germans don't. Germans are like, everything is shit. Like, the train came 2 minutes late today. Everything's terrible.
But would you say that's just because you've been depressed ever since certain historical events? I'm being serious.
I don't know, maybe.
I talked to some of my brother's friends.
Yeah, maybe.
So I talked to some of my brother's friends, and they actually had a full theory about like how ever since, the 40s and stuff, people have actually been depressed in Germany. Like, it's widespread depression.
Yeah, I don't know if I would say it goes for like widespread depression in that sense, but you do get is like the generation, like my dad's generation, you often get like many of the people are some like the least patriotic people you'll ever meet because they were just brought up of like, they were like the first generation after the war and they were really brought up to be like, you couldn't, like you can't be patriotic, if you're patriotic you're a Nazi. So they really had to spend, like many people I know as well that live close to the border, like, I wish I was Danish, I wish I was Austrian, I wish I was Swiss, because it was just easier. They just like, they were embarrassed of calling themselves Germans abroad. And it took many
Trust me, I get it. I would be embarrassed too, dude. Come be Danish.
Yeah, of course. But it's the type of thing where like, there's many joke about this in Germany, but it's also kind of true. Like, it wasn't acceptable to have a German flag in public until the World Cup in 2006. That was hosted in Germany. Since then they started.
By the way, Italia won 2006.
Yeah, sure.
Francia, Roma.
Grande. We owed it to them, dude. They want to have German flags again? Get fucking beat up, dude. Come again.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's like, since then it's become like, now it's more normal. You see German flags around, it's fine again. But like, for years growing up, that was completely unacceptable. Like, to have a German flag out and all these things. So there's very much a sense of like, Germans don't like to like talk themselves up. They don't like to, but that's part of the reason why now many people in Germany are quite angry, and many people are saying like, this is not like, why should we do this? Why should we be proud of our history? And that's why you have a growing movement of like the far right rising again, because many people they feel like they've been pushed down so far. But yeah.
Right. I mean, the First World War did lead to the second one, right? So that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Max,
you really have to be careful with that. Yeah.
Max, would you say that like the German population as a whole, or like the people that live in Germany, they're like always moving ahead? They're like never stopping, always working.
Many people, yeah. There's definitely
always in a hurry. Always in a hurry to get places.
Yeah, it's not quite as bad, I would say, as some other cultures I know, like the Japanese or the Korean War culture, which I've heard of, which is completely insane. Like, this is something I think Germans are very good at. When they're working, they're working. They're sitting there focused. But when they're like, if they like on their day off, they're not working. And it's shown with many things. Like Mercedes implemented the system a couple of years ago where if on your day off you got an email, it automatically got deleted. Because that's one thing. Germans really value like their time off. Like, its work-life balance is very, very prioritized. So that's something that I think some people might not know. They think Germans are very like working. But in reality, if you look at the statistics there, Germans work some of the shortest hours in the, I think it's the OECD. But they have the highest productivity levels.
Yeah, it's just efficiency and scheduling, no?
Yeah, they have some of the highest productivity levels. Which is why many other countries like to look up at Germany, because like, even I'm pretty sure they work a few hours in even like many Scandinavian countries. Definitely Norway. But they have higher productivity levels, and that's something that is quite impressive about them, I find. Is that like Germans manage to really, at work, it's all about you sit there, you focus, you do your work, but then as soon as you leave the door, that stays there. You come home.
Bro, it was so hard for all of Europe to get over 2 world wars. Can you imagine being the loser, dude? If you're not working hard, you're not going anywhere, dude.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have existed
true,
unless
yeah.
they were uber productive.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I think Germans sort of have,
It's just
you should have had to be, because like otherwise, I mean, you were left behind. Otherwise, you were, you know, you started, you've been punched down so low that you had to really work to get back up to that level, I would say.
dude. Yeah, like a story that always sticks with me, right? Is in when the war ended in 1945. The German population was kind of left stranded. Everything was bombed to the ground in Berlin.
Yeah.
And the coldest winter in like 20 years hit Berlin, which was like, I don't know if God was angry. It's like they already lost, dude. You didn't have to do this stuff. But like really, like they suffered. I think it was like minus, and I'm not gonna say a number because I'll get it wrong.
Yeah.
But you know, really fucking cold.
Really cold temperatures.
And they were digging up the tiles of the center square so they could get a little patch of unfrozen dirt that they dug up and fucking started growing small things to feed the kids, man.
Yeah.
Like, these Germans, they survived quite a bit, man. It's no joke. Yeah.
Yes, that's why.
interesting.
Yeah, I mean that's why nowadays.
Did you ever go to German school? Sorry, man. You can finish your thought if you want.
I never went to.
All right, man. Did you ever go to German school?
No, I never. No, I was actually supposed to go to the German school in Rome growing up, but then there's a couple problems. In hindsight, I'm probably quite happy I didn't go there, because the German school in Rome, I've been to a lot of like summer programs there and like that kind of stuff. I would say instead of being like a German school in Rome, it's a school where all the Italian parents decide to send their kids so they can get a job in Germany. It's I think it's like 90% Italians, and we have friends that go there and they say like many of their kids got like their Italian is better than their German because they only spoke German in class. Outside, it was only Italian. So that, and it's also because it's the German public school is German school in Rome is a lot cheaper than the international ones. So it's less than half as expensive because it's subsidized by the German government. So it's
right.
So for many parents, that's a better option. And yeah, they want them to learn German. But so, for example, when we went there, they try and portray themselves as really German school. It's like they were like, oh, but both his parents aren't German. Like he's gonna struggle. Like, so basically, my mom got quite annoyed at the school. She felt like they were like very full of themselves and like all this kind of stuff. It was partially
German.
Yeah, very German basically. But partially it was also like just logistical things. Like, for example, they didn't have like basically my parents would have had to drive me there every day, and that was not an option for them. First of all, the school is in like Valle Aurelia. I guess in Nilo, do you know what that is? Far away, like in the north of Rome, very far for us. My parents were very much like, we can't really drive to school every day. That's not really a viable option. And yeah, so it was a mixture of that where my mom found them to be very full of themselves and like arrogant, and then practical things that led to me not going there. But to be honest, in hindsight, I don't really regret not going there.
But like in German schools, do they teach like how do you go about teaching that history? Is that what I'm interested in? Do you know anything about that?
Partially. I mean, I know like basic stuff. I know that it's very much thought about, and I know that, for example, you cannot get a high school degree in Germany without having done so and so many years of history. So that's why, like, I remember a history teacher in Norway actually told me this, that if in Germany, for some reason, if in like the future, the IB, for example, decides that history was no longer an option, for some reason, for whatever reason, that's going to be taken away to social science, the IB will be banned in Germany. That's illegal. History has to always, it has to be taught for, I think, like 5 years or something when you grow up. And then in the final few years, you obviously don't have to choose it, but you have to have had so many years of history before you graduate from school.
That's intense. But I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it is very much drilled into you, and like you really have to, like, they analyze the wars, they analyze a lot of like the modern, like what happened after the aftermath of it, what led up to it. Because that's the other thing. It's not just the war and the war itself, but it's like what led to that war. Like, why did that happen? That's a big. I mean, I would say it's actually more important, because when the war happened, It was, that was too late. It was all the stuff before that, which was building up, and eventually led to. Yeah, we all know what happened.
So how would you have stopped the war, Max?
Me? Oh, well,
yeah.
To be like, well, the thing is, right, at the time, it's not hard to understand why the average Joe in Germany is voting for Hitler. I mean, he's got, his money is worth nothing. He has to bring a wheelbarrow.
No, not only his money is worth nothing. He's worked his whole life.
Yeah.
Putting savings away.
Exactly.
He might just be wanting to buy a house.
Yeah.
Like the equivalent of, let's say, I work to get like 50,000 in my bank account.
Yeah.
and then it's overnight. It's worth nothing.
Yeah, worth nothing.
Sorry, man. Continue.
No, go on. It's fine. And then, yeah, all of a sudden, it's all worth nothing. Many Germans at the time felt like they were very much like they've been let down. They felt like all of Europe had turned on them. Like they would been like, which to be fair, like in some ways, I personally think it's true. Like at the time, it was there wasn't a lot of foresight of the European countries of like putting all the debt on Germany. Because no country could take like all those repatriations. They were obviously going to, the economy was going to collapse. Like that was, in a way,
Yeah,
I
but
found
also you did pay it back eventually. So
yeah,
and
eventually
the
it was paid
Greeks
back.
did.
So this is part of the reason why nowadays Germans are very much like, well, we paid the debt, so why can't the other countries pay the debt? Like, it's putting a bit of a mindset into the Germans. But yeah.
Right.
And obviously also a big thing at the time in Germany was there was one politician in particular that was very popular. His name was Gustav Stresemann. And he was the Minister of Finance, I think. It was extremely popular and he was really, really good. Like he was liked by the people, he had good policies and many people, but he died in like 1928, I think. So many people say that if he'd been alive when like the hyperinflation started, he would have steered Germany through a bit better and potentially hindered like people going towards an extreme candidate like Adolf Hitler. That's obviously all theoretical. Like we don't know that.
Right, because I mean, economics is already hard enough to manage as it is. I mean, it's not too hard if everything is normal.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can obviously fuck it up. I mean, the Americans are experts in this.
I feel like managing an economy, I really do see parallels with like COVID because it's like if you manage to never get a lot of cases from the start, then it's quite manageable. Then it's not that hard to set an example. But once you've started, like when you start having 50,000 cases a day, not 50, that's a lot, but like 25,000 cases a day, it's very hard to get out of that. Like, and it's same with the economy.
True.
Once you start with like a recession with unemployment, it's very difficult to get out of that. Keeping it stable, it's doable. That's not too hard.
I mean, yeah, the whole economy is a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So if people have little faith, that leads to reactions that in turn makes the economy worse.
Yeah.
Investments go lower, inflation skyrockets, and all of that.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think to manage the situation in Germany before the Second World War, like it's not like there's some things that were out of control.
Yeah.
That like everything is just shattered.
Yeah.
That you can't necessarily manage fiscally, right? I don't know.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I
think it was maybe not unavoidable, but it was a bit like you could have seen this. Like many people, I'm sure many people did, but like it was very predictable that this was going to happen,
right?
And all that.
Yeah, I think so.
It's because
history is easy because it's already happened. So
yeah,
you
exactly.
can see.
But the thing is, I find
you can point at this and that. And,
But many people aren't learning though, are they? Because it's the same tactic get used every day now. I mean, it's gotten used here in the UK massively with Brexit. Like all the Welsh farmers and fishermen that voted, vote leave. They got told they're going to get like billions of pounds a month, and now their new deal, they're worse off, and they're all like, wait, fuck, this is not what we wanted. Like, what's happening?
Bro, never. Okay, this is one big point, right? In all my years of politics, here's my one lesson.
Yeah.
Never give a fuck about what the politician is saying.
No.
It's meaningless.
No, it's completely meaningless.
They're saying whatever they have to say.
At the end of the day, what a politician is marketing. He's just trying to sell you a product, which is himself. That's all he is. He's a businessman.
Yeah.
That's all he is.
And imagine trying to sell yourself, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're doing with this podcast, so don't unsubscribe. But, like, just look at what they do, because that's all that matters. Because what they say never adds up.
No,
it's never going to.
It's what it's what they plan, like actually reading their action plan, but also like learning about the history of what they have done. And in the past, like...
Yeah,
that's big. Much more than just what they're going to say. Anyone can make a poster with XYZ. I'm going to do this. This is going to happen. Mm-hmm. Boom. Yeah.
But Max, what do you think about Germany now? Like, what do you think of where it is right now, as of right now?
So I'd say Germany's like... I would say at the moment, Germany's quite like a good success story in Europe. But it has... Many Germans don't like... In many things, Germans don't like to move on. They like to keep in their old ways. And this is seen in various examples. For example, at the moment, Germany still has very, very low level of unemployment. Like pre-COVID, in like January 2020, it was something like 3%. Now it's, I think, about 6%, which still isn't that bad. Like compared to very many other places, 6%, they'll take it. But the problem that Germany has is that they're very stuck in their old ways. The economy is still very much like hadn't changed that much since the Industrial Revolution. It's very much production. You produce a lot of shit, and it's high quality, so people buy it. And that's it. That's all we care about. This is seen in many
That's smart
examples.
though.
Yes, but also not really, because like this has kind of changed that. But the key thing is, like, for example, with the electric cars, the German car manufacturers refused. They only accepted Volkswagen. They invested a bit in electric cars, but for years the others were like, no, why should we do that? We have old cars, they work.
In Innovation is kind of low
Yeah,
for what?
innovation is high, but not in new sectors. They kept innovating their like V8 engines and their like combustion engine cars, and just ignored everything else. And recently, and that's why many people predicted that companies like Tesla, which are willing to go that extra and willing to take the risk, they might go ahead. So I do. It's something that's starting to change in Germany now. Like, for example, I think it's one of the best things that came out. I've not heard, but Tesla's now building a factory in Germany. It's a really big factory.
Right. I'm sorry, bro. You're cutting out a bit. Me and you are dying here. But I'm sure it makes sense for the podcast because that's being recorded differently.
Sure, I hope so.
But basically, innovation is it's a bit low, so they're not necessarily trying to move forward.
Yeah.
And is that when the right wing picks up the slack, or what's going on?
Nah, I feel like the right wing picking up the slack has a bit of different history. Because I would say that the right wing, it's very big in, unfortunately, Germany is still very divided between West and East, because
Right.
that bridge has not been like built properly still between like West Germany and East Germany. I think many especially East Germans, because the thing is, after the war, East Germany, they were still allowed to be quite patriotic. East Germans were still allowed to be quite proud of being Germans. It was the Western German that was really like, that's what I said, like a whole generation that was very unpatriotic. So many people feel like, their patriotism gets pushed down so far, they're saying, oh, why can't I be proud to be German? And for many people, it's just that. It's simply that they want, they feel like they need to be allowed to be more patriotic. The other thing is that while the West is very low in employment, the East, many places, are very high in employment. And for many people, obviously, when they came from communism, where there is no unemployment, they all have a job.
Right, because communism is perfect.
Yeah. And now, all of a sudden, they have unemployment. For some people, it's just like, well, what the fuck? I used to have a job, now I don't. And they blame it on the government, obviously. For some people, just decide that's what they blame it on. And then when right-wing politicians come, they offer easy solutions. They say, oh, it's all because of this, it's because of the immigrants, it's because of the climate, like we spend too much money on like climate policies, blah, blah, blah. We'll fix it. And so for them, it's an easy fix. It's an easy fix for them to go, I'm voting for them. But the thing is, I would say in Germany, it's no longer just the right. I mean, both sides are really going in Germany. If you look at many East German states, the two biggest parties in Germany, which are like the center left and center right, they come like third and fourth. The ones winning are the far left and the far right. The far left,
dude, that's never good.
No, and like there's a party in Germany called Die Linke, the left officially, and they are literally the Communist Party from East Germany, which has now reformed itself and become the most left-wing party in Germany. And it's quite funny because in West Germany, almost no one votes for them because they were the communist parties. They're very wary about them. But in the East, that's like no one votes for the Social Democrats. That is who you vote for. Like for many people, you decide.
Wow.
And so both sides, man, both sides are going up. And I would say this is everywhere. Like it's no longer. It started off with just the rise of the far right, but now it's both sides, man. And I don't just
right. So you have this success story, let's say.
Yeah.
But now there's some problems that are starting to arise again.
Yeah.
And people are starting to be frustrated, and they're going to the extremes.
Yeah.
But
I would also say that it's not, Germany isn't as bad as, like after 2015, after all, the acceptance of all the refugees, like many people were really scared. Like I honestly think it could have gone a lot worse. Like recently, I think the far right they rode on a wave of we're gonna fix everything, and now recently they've died down a little bit. People have realized a bit more. Okay, fine. At least that's my opinion on it. Then again, I say that.
But now Merkel is gonna disappear, right? She's decided not to run again.
Yeah.
What's your hope then? You as a partly German person, what do you hope is gonna happen in that election?
I'm hoping for a power change. I'm hoping that her party don't win or don't form, or at least aren't the leading partner in a coalition. Because I mean they've now been in power for 16 years. And I have to be honest with you, I don't really like that party. The only thing that was found bearable was Merkel. because she was I had a lot of respect for Merkel. I mean, to me, she's like the definition of a strong, independent woman. Like she had all these people around her that she was like often put down, and she stood by her values very well, I found. But there's other people.
And I
in
think
that
she did a
party
good job. I think she did
Yeah.
a pretty good job overall in Europe as well. I mean, as a non-German, I can't say too much.
Yeah. So
But like from a
I agreed
European
with her.
perspective, she did well. Yeah.
Yeah, I agreed with her a lot on like her foreign policy and stuff, but some of the domestic stuff I didn't really agree with. But that's like she was very good for international things. Like for example, she was the perfect candidate to like stand up for someone like Donald Trump. She was a perfect candidate that could like she would challenge him. Like the other politicians I wouldn't have trusted. Like they would have known what to say. But she was very good at that kind of thing. So I'm hoping.
To be fair, like as a person that like doesn't really follow politics, or like as a person that doesn't really know that much about Merkel, like I can't tell you that I've heard like generally in the news I've only ever heard good things about Merkel. So like hearing the things like this from you, it's like a bit different, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Eye-opening.
Yeah, she gets a very good rep in international media, but not everywhere. She gets good rep in like the big media, like BBC, CNN. They all love her because she very much follows like someone like their narrative on like liberal policies in international relations. But many other media really don't like her. Like I know in Italy, many people hate her. She's very disliked as well because of like her Eurozone policies and what she did during the debt crisis and during the financial crisis in 2008. And I know that. She's not liked everywhere, I would say. But I think it's good she's stepping down because I think she's done well, but after 16
It's time.
After 16 years, it's time for a change.
It's time.
I'm hoping
she's done her part.
I'm hoping for like a shift in the government because it's been a lot of the same recently, and I really feel like Germany needs to
a shift. Is that a shift rightward or leftward for you?
I'm hoping leftward, personally. The problem is
leftward. And what do you think is going to happen though?
Honestly, I'm finding this hard to predict because the COVID has changed my opinion a lot. Because in 2019, the party that really won was actually the Greens. Because the Greens in Germany, unlike in other countries, are actually quite big. Because for many people now, people have lost faith in the Social Democrats. And many East Germans have gone to the far left, but many West Germans actually have gone to the Greens. They're in many places considered the new dominant center-left party. Because the youngest, like people my age, like I don't know if I told you this, but in like the EU Parliament elections in 2019, for under 60s in Germany, the Greens won. They got the most seats, and that's why.
So the more time passes, the better for the Greens, I guess, because
I don't know.
More young people, right?
Yes and no, because the problem is as well now with Corona, this has changed a lot. I mean, 2019 we were riding the wave of Greta Thunberg with climate was very much on the agenda. Now everyone's thinking about Corona. That's going to be the main one of the biggest things. How do we get out of this, basically?
And then there's
Max,
sorry, Nila.
Out of all of this, like what I'm hearing is that you really want me to be the new German leader.
Oh, of course, 100%.
I agree with that.
You'll be perfect. Don't worry. Germans would love you.
Max, would you, if someone offered you, would you be the German chancellor?
If I could, no. I think, to be honest, I think as a German chancellor, you have like there's some prime ministers that I feel like can care. The Norwegian prime minister, she can care about Norway and. Like, that's what she has to care about. If you're like, if you're a US president, if you're a British prime minister, a German chancellor, a Russian president, you have a big, like, people, the whole world is looking at you.
Too much.
You have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. And so that's why I feel like the problem is.
I feel that.
In Germany, I'm not seeing like, I'm hoping for parties to win, but I'm not seeing like a politician. I haven't really seen what I'm convinced by can like be hardline on the international stage because I know who the candidate now, or I know who the new leader of her party is, and he agrees with her mostly on like political issues, but he's not someone that can stand up to Putin, in my opinion. He's not someone.
Right.
He's just he's more of like he'll do okay for domestic issues, but when it comes to these international like the G7 summits and stuff, I don't.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Look, man, it's Friday evening.
Yes.
I have to wrap this kebab up somehow. But we do want to talk about Telegram before we leave.
It's been a long time. It's been an hour 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
But I do want to talk about Telegram. But one thing before Telegram, and Nilo told me not to talk about this, but I'm going to say it anyways. I know everyone's fucking tired of hearing about Trump, but I have to. This is the news of the week, okay? So they impeached him again for a second time. And that's not the headline. No one cares.
Yeah.
The headline I wanted to talk about is these Democrats, right? I'm so sick and tired of them. They're a fraud. And in the first impeachment, they were... Okay, look, I'll do a little bit, yeah?
Yeah.
Max, you're going to be the Republicans, all right?
Cool.
I'm going to be the Democrats, yeah? And you have to deny me at every point, yeah? All right, here we go.
What am I? What am I?
You're the bystanders, yeah? You're the American public. You have to give me your
Fair
reaction.
enough.
All right. Max, I want witnesses.
No.
Democracy is failing.
No.
I need witnesses, dude. Trump, he colluded with Ukraine, whatever.
I refuse.
He's going to be a fascist. We need witnesses, dude. Please.
I can neither confirm nor deny that
witnesses
statement.
now.
No.
Witnesses, dude.
I do not.
How? It's an impeachment
I
trial.
do not.
We need
I do not
witnesses.
wish to give you witnesses.
And I'm cut out from the internet, dude. I'm going to lose it.
He's gone.
So basically, as the citizen, I just want more money so I can buy the PS5, innit?
All right. Good take, Niloy.
Huh?
Good take. I heard the ending of that. I'm sorry, guys. My internet keeps cutting out, but I'm back. All right. Okay, so that was the first impeachment, right? You get the idea. Now here comes the second impeachment.
Yeah.
And we're going to do the whole show again. Max, it's the second impeachment.
Yeah.
They stormed the Capitol.
Yeah.
They want to end democracy. We need witnesses for this trial.
I refuse to give them. It's my legal right to say no to
have
this.
to call witnesses, dude.
No.
You have to let us call witnesses.
I have the right to refuse.
He's a fascist. He wants to establish a dictatorship.
No.
He was close to doing it.
I refuse.
Your lives were in danger. We need witnesses, dude.
No, I refuse to agree to those wishes.
Now, at this point, you have to bend and you have to say, yeah, fine. Yo, we need witnesses, dude. Please.
No.
We are willing to give you a concession.
Oh, we can have witnesses?
Yeah.
Actually, we don't want to call up any witnesses. Well, we're going to present 0 witnesses and move on with the case. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And that was basically what happened.
It's interesting. Yeah.
And so you might be thinking, well, what the fuck is going on? So the thing is, they love to whine and put on a show and do this whole fiasco when they know that it's not leading anywhere, when they know that the Republicans will stop them.
Yeah.
And as soon as Republicans said yes, they ran away from it. They didn't want to do it. They were like, oh, okay, we actually have to do something now? Never mind.
That's classic, isn't it?
And the reason for that is because they knew it was never going to pass.
Yeah.
The Republicans were never going to vote for it. And they didn't want to spend the next 20 days looking at witnesses, right?
Yeah.
But it just shows you that they're there for the show and not for anything practical. And then, of course, Trump didn't get impeached. The Republicans voted against.
No.
And the whole silly thing is that he is already out of office. So the only goal with impeaching him would be to stop him from ever running again. But you can do that through what's called Article 14, where you do not need a 2/3 majority. You just need a simple majority, which they could have gotten. And the reason why they refuse to do that is because they don't actually want to do anything, right? They just want to scream and whine about it. And now they want an investigation, like 9/11 type commission. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna.
I get what you mean.
So what are you gonna investigate, dude? They stormed the Capitol. We all saw it.
But one thing I did find funny about that is because, like the Senate Minority Leader, Mitch McConnell, for the Republicans, he did vote against the articles, not the impeachment.
Well, he's the worst one.
But then afterwards, an hour afterwards, he gets on the microphone, gets to the interview, and he goes, "Oh, Donald Trump really fucked up, man. He probably like instigated the Capitol riots. He's a dangerous man." I'm like, man, you just voted to set him free, and then you come out and you just be like, "No, he's dangerous."
So his speech was literally like, he was definitely guilty, but I voted to let him go.
Yeah.
All right, Nilo, you're the American public. Give me your reaction, dude, of this whole show.
Basically, bro. I need more stimulus checks. I want more money. I need to buy more PS5s.
Sorry, dude.
The stimulus checks, all right? This quick side note, are a fucking scam. I have a friend here. Her parents lived in America like 20 years ago. So 2 of her siblings are born there. One of the siblings lived there for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Obviously, it's America, so they both have American passports. They both got stimulus checks. They've gotten $4,000 from the U.S. government for no reason.
That's smart, dude. Playing the system, dude. Smart.
They live there for 3 weeks,
but
and they get $4,000 in stimulus check.
But I'm sorry, Nilo. We don't have time to give you stimulus checks. We're arguing over here about whether or not we're allowed to call witnesses. Do you understand?
That's more important.
This is what we want to talk about. I want witnesses, Max.
It's winter. It's cold. I'm freezing. I'm dying. I have no food. Daya,
Witnesses,
Witness.
dude. Let me talk about it. We're gonna talk about it every day on the floor until they let us have it. And when they let us have it, we're gonna give
You
up
run
and
away.
not bring
Obviously,
witnesses.
yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen what's been happening in Texas with
Oh,
the big
dude.
power outage?
No, actually,
Dude.
though, my heart's out to them folks, dude.
Yeah, that's tough.
They vote wrong, but I mean, that's not their
Yeah.
fault. So I just feel bad for
But
them.
then it doesn't help when Ted Cruz decides to go to Mexico. And have you heard its excuse?
Yeah.
Have you heard why he did it?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, yeah.
It's because
No, I didn't hear why he did it. Actually.
apparently because he was interviewed and he said his kids asked him to go on holiday because they had the week off of school. And then he's a good father, so he wouldn't let them fly alone. So he flew out to Mexico to chaperone them. But he's now flying back to take care of his people.
Right, dude. No, what happened was that he flew out. Everyone called his office. Was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" The office freaked out and was like, "Ted Cruz, please come back.
Like,
You fucked up."
Get an excuse, just come up with something.
It's 2021. They have you on the TikTok, dude. Come back.
There's literally it's not wrong. There's a TikTok of him and his family at like Houston Airport as he eating out of the country. Like, come on, man.
Dude, who are these degenerates leaders? Dude?
Like, how can
you
can
rule
you
a country
be
like
so
this?
stupid?
Americans, dude,
Your
Americans.
entire job relies on you're selling your product to people. You're a businessman.
Which is yourself.
Which is yourself, yeah.
When everything goes like shit side up,
You leave. You fuck
Fuck
off.
it, I'm out. We're going to the Bahamas, dude. Grab your kids, we're going.
Oh man, it just sounds like
I mean,
he was on.
It's just America in it at this point. Like, what else is new about America?
Yeah, that's true, man. No, but it's just the Democrats are getting so lazy that it's all out in the open. It was kind of my point.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
they don't pretend anymore, you know? They're very open about the show.
Well, I guess but now they can be lazy, can't they? They have the presidency now. They can chill out a little bit. You know, they can.
Right, and what's going to happen next election is that there's two things, right? Either Trump is going to run again as a Republican, in which case the Democrats again don't have to do anything because they can just say we're better than Trump.
Yeah.
Or two, Trump is going to run as a third party, in which case Democrats will automatically win because you can't have a third party,
That's true.
and he's going to take too many votes
But
away from
do you
Republicans.
think the Republicans would like have him as their candidate again?
Yeah, of course. They have no other strategy. They have Reaganomics and Donald Trump. That's it.
Yeah. I was thinking that maybe some like Ronald Reagan style character could come back. I don't know who it would be.
No, they started doing polling again, or they've been doing polling already for the Republican primary, even though it's way in the future.
Oh, yeah.
And every time Trump increases in popularity.
Does he?
Yeah, he does. I mean, they don't have a choice, man.
No, that's true. We just have to hope that. Well, it's just going to be the same race again, isn't it? It's going to be Biden versus Trump 2.0.
Yeah. No, it's going to be Kamala. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever, man. All right, let's talk about his Telegram, man.
Telegram, yeah.
Yeah, Nips, you
Telegram.
take over, man.
Dude, actually, I want to ask you guys, what actually is Telegram?
I have no idea, dude. It's like some WhatsApp thing.
Yeah, Telegram.
I mean, I have
Telegram
it.
is an
I have
alternative
it.
to WhatsApp, essentially. Well, that's what it's marketed as. And recently, it's come
Well, it
under
goes
lots
up-
of news because, WhatsApp, like Facebook, people don't trust Facebook for good reason. And Facebook owns WhatsApp, and they've talked about they want to end the end-to-end encryption. They want all this kind of stuff. They want to basically make it.
No, they already ended it. Dude. They ended the encryption.
Did they? I swear it was.
Yeah, they ended the encryption, as far as I know.
Oh, okay.
Actually, though, like, all right, so about Telegram, right? It is like WhatsApp. It's a messaging application, but you can decide to like delete your messages after a certain while. You can like set a bomb or like a timer bomb on it. Or like after a little while, you just like cancel all your previous chats in a way like it's like security almost. So people can't go back and like trace back the conversations that you're having. And funny story, the reason as to why I have Telegram is because wait, do any of you have Telegram first of all?
I do, yeah.
No, I don't actually. My mom has it, and she's been telling me to get it. Which, she pulled the Uno reverse card. She's ahead of me this time. So I want to get it though, but I want to hear
What
your
does your
thoughts
mom-
on it.
What does your mom have it?
Because of the WhatsApp thing, it's boomer WhatsApp news. They send
Okay.
each other, and everyone's freaking out,
This is
which I
true.
understand.
Yeah.
Reasonably so.
Understandable.
Yeah.
But, okay, so the only reason that I have it is so it goes back to last summer. We were all planning a trip to was it Perugia, right?
Perugia.
Yeah, if you're
We're going
about to
to
talk
Perugia.
about drugs, I'm out of this story, dude. This is all you
Also,
and
the
Kelvin.
disclaimer: Mattis has nothing to do with this. Mattis didn't even go to the villa, as far as anyone knows.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened is that, we're all teenagers. We all like to indulge in like shrubbery. Let's say marinara sauce per se. We like the herbs, the green. So everyone was like, okay, we need to get a bit of green if we want to go to Perugia. So obviously they asked Calvin and I to see if we can source it. Calvin and I are like, okay, we'll see what we can do. So Calvin reaches out to, it was Addison at that time, because Addison was in Rome, and he had a plug who was apparently like really good. So we needed like around 200 grams at that time.
200 grams?
Shit, no,
what the
that's
fuck?
200 grams.
20
200 grams.
You're gonna get me
We needed 20
arrested, dude.
grams.
That's not even legal anymore.
We needed 20 grams because like we were dividing it evenly amongst like everyone. And we wanted this to be cheap because we did like, okay, we had money, but we didn't have that much money to spend because at that time, not everyone already paid us. And Kelvin and I were using our own money to get the supplies, right?
Right.
So we got our money. Kelvin and I call up, not call up, I text Addison's friend and I say that, hey, dude, we need some of the marinara sauce. Around 20 Gs. He's like, fine, I can do that for you. But 1 G is going to cost you 15 euros, which at that point I'm like, fuck off.
No.
That's too much.
We aren't rich
Right.
kids, dude.
Yeah. And then he's like, okay, dude, but can you download Telegram? Because I feel safer talking to you on Telegram and I can send you pictures on Telegram instead of WhatsApp because I don't trust WhatsApp. I'm like, sure, dude. So that's the only reason I have Telegram is so I could talk to this guy about marinara sauce.
Right. But in the end, you didn't use it.
No, the guy was nice, but I just told him, nah, dude, I'll contact you if I ever need good stuff later. But for now, I'm just looking for relatively okay stuff at a cheaper price.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fucking villa, dude. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah. But so what do you rate Telegram then? Is it the same type of quality as WhatsApp?
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't really like
It's
I've used it.
different.
I just have like one friend that at one point wanted me to get it to talk to him when we were doing like a project at uni last year. So that's why I got it. And I mean, it just seems I don't like the user interface as much as WhatsApp. It's like I have one chat with a person, but in my chat list I have like hundreds because every time someone joins Telegram, I get the notification and it just stays there. And then I have that, and then there's the school Telegram that Maxine made for the alumni. That's the only like things I've ever had active on it. It just the thing is about it. Everyone said it's a solution, but the thing is, it's not actually that safe. Like when you actually read into it, they don't do end-to-end encryption either, and they very much like they've been shown to have like it's very easy for hackers to get into it. Like it's basically not an option to WhatsApp. It's marketed as that, but as soon as you do research into it, it's in no way any better. Like they have never,
Dude, they got the boomers, dude. They got my grandma and grandpa got.
They don't
got
have
Telegram.
end-to-end encryption, and they've never had it. Like it's never been a thing. Like I don't know.
They stole it.
Yeah.
Dude. They fell.
The thing
for
is,
it.
I've had like 4 different messaging apps because one time, right? So WhatsApp is a standard, but then my dad used to go to work to China for work to China a lot. So what would be my mom? We downloaded WeChat because the only thing my dad could use to talk to us
WeChat
when we were in China. So but 1 week we had WeChat. But then also, this is the best one though. About like 5 years ago, in Germany, since you know Germans love privacy, there's this new app was made by the German Post, the post office, as an alternative to WhatsApp. It's called something like Threema, I think. And basically, it's supposed to be a more secure version of WhatsApp. And part of the reason is every time you log on, you have to have a password, and it's like a proper password, like a proper like email password.
You can't do that, dude.
Every single time.
What for a messaging
For a
app?
messaging
Are
app.
you crazy?
And like
These fucking
they did all
Germans.
this encryption.
What the
And
fuck?
the worst bit is, I used it. We made a family group chat. We used it once, and then the next time I tried to go onto it, it was like, "What's your password?" I was like, "Damn, I forgot." And usually it's fine. Forget my password. This thing doesn't have a forgot my password app because it's that secure.
Oh
You
my
have to
god!
delete the app, delete your account, and then restart from scratch.
No.
Needless to say, it was a huge fail. Like no one,
Only Germans can live with this, dude.
basically, some boomers in Germany got it, and that's it. Like no one else.
No.
My take on it is that if the government wants to spy on me, all for them, man.
Yeah, I'm not hiding anything.
Yeah,
dude.
I also feel like
yeah.
I don't know, but this is another generation clash. Like my parents' generation, they can't understand that. They don't understand, especially my dad from like growing up in Germany. He's like privacy is the most important thing. Like nothing is more important than your privacy. I'm just kind of like I'm just chilling. It's like
Because at some point it's like, at some point it becomes that it's like you don't even know the people that are spying onto you, and they're not going to do anything with your information. Like
They
I
are,
mean,
though.
they will,
No,
they might, they are, but it's like
I
it's
feel
not
like
going to affect
if
my
you're
life.
aware
You
of
know,
it,
it's like someone that I've never met.
Yeah, but that's the problem, dude. Eventually it does.
Yeah.
Because,
They
like,
can't-
okay, so the Italian government, they're not going to do shit with it, but they could if they wanted to,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
start coordinating election results based off of user data,
Yeah.
you know? That's not that hard
That's
to
the
do. If they can predict what you click on and stuff like that, they're going to predict who you're going to vote for and what makes you vote for people.
I mean, the main thing
stuff
that
like that.
like a lot of this data gets used for nowadays is advertising. And the thing is, I feel like we've grown up in like this society with like smartphones and stuff, so we know to identify it and avoid it. We know like to avoid advertising. The problem is, there's many people that don't, and it's on the one hand the people that didn't grow up with it, like the elderly generation, they get really sucked into it, but also the kids. There's so many kids they buy into
Yeah.
all of this shit because when you're a kid, you don't have the filter.
Dude, we're so lucky.
Yeah.
We're so lucky.
These-
We got technology at the exact right
'Cause
time, you know?
when
We had already
yeah,
developed.
When we were kids, there weren't smartphones. I mean, everyone had flip phones. I remember playing Snake on my dad's Nokia. It was excellent. And then, like,
Yeah.
when the first people started getting iPhones, like, when I saw the first teacher in school having an iPhone, and it was like the 3GS, I was like, oh my god, it was so cool.
Yeah, well, I saw iPhone 1, so that was way before you did.
Yeah, I never saw the iPhone one.
Only available in America, but
Yeah, the first one I saw was the 3G or the 3GS.
I remember I was dumbfounded. I didn't understand because we had iPods, you know,
Yeah.
with a little circle on it.
Yeah,
But this guy had like a phone, like a huge iPod,
yeah.
where it was all screen, and when he touched the screen, shit would move around, and he had photos and stuff. It was really crazy, dude.
To be honest,
Like it
I
was
remember when
hard.
my mom got her first BlackBerry from her job. It was the coolest thing. Blackberries were the shit. Everyone was like, you could just type so fast, like oh. And
Yeah.
then they died out after a couple of years because, well, yeah.
Sick. Neil, are you like typing an essay right now? What's going on?
See, I'm taking notes, man.
You're taking notes.
notes.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
This ain't a lecture, dude. What the fuck are you taking notes
What
about?
are you taking notes of?
Of course, I'm taking notes, man.
Well,
All right.
fair enough. But yeah,
All right, man. I need to leave, dude. We've gone on for quite a
we
bit.
have, yeah.
It's been
Quite
a
a while,
pleasure
yeah.
having you on, Max.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure being here.
Hey, you want to do the outro, Neil?
Sure, I will. But before we do the outro,
Yeah.
one person that we have neglected to shout out, Silvio.
True.
Shout out to Silvio, man.
Thanks for watching, dude. Come back.
Thanks for watching, Silvio. Do come back, actually. And if you decide to like skip out on Max's episode, completely understandable. Like,
That's
no one's
fine,
blaming
yeah.
you. It's fine.
I think this was quite good, though.
I-
Except for
Yeah.
the connection problems, but I don't think it was too
I
bad.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it was okay. Ah, well. Well, thanks for tuning in again this week. And hopefully we will be back next week with an even better one. Actually, this one was pretty good. Let's keep it at the same level, but like improve consistently, you know?
Yeah.
Always
yeah.
improvement.
Yeah. Ah, well. Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. Next one. Till the next one, man.
All right, peace, man.
Peace. See ya.
Standing on the shore, looking into the horizon. One by one, the waves whisper help where dying.
I'm assuming I end my recording.
I found the peace among the clueless. Listening to Bowie sing, the world is not something you can change.